can just date this AI platform. Like I can talk to it can talk to me. It's never gonna lie to me. It's never gonna tell me, crazy things or treat me any kind of way. Granted, I still gotta make my own burgers and noodles, but whatever. I don't have to feed it though. I don't have to take it on a date type deal, and I can sit and play my video games all day, and it's gonna sit there and enjoy me all the same. So I don't know, did y'all watch the YouTube or watch the outrage about this dude who was dating this AI chick? I did some homework because I didn't really even know about it. I hear stories, but I didn't really know about it. So then I looked it up, and he had a whole wife and kid and an AI girlfriend, right? That's crazy. So if there's to put it in context here, there's 3 or 4 movies. Let me give you the names real quick off the top of my head. I can't even think of them. There was one really good one, man. Give me 1 second here. So the movie is Her, Ex Machina. Did you ever see Ex Machina?
I've seen Her.
No, not.
Companion just came out not too long ago. Subservience with the chick from Transformers. Pretty ass eyes, brunette. Yeah. And then the black version of them all was called Accused, right? The story is about dudes, women and men taking on AI companions or creating boyfriends and girlfriends out of AI, right? And he got dumped by her too. Can you imagine getting dumped by AI? You got to be really bad at life, man. So he would be talking to AI and trying to tune his musical instruments. He's like a beat maker, like a producer type setup. And so he would ask for guidance on we having a legit conversation with the AI. The AI is like, oh, no. Do this. Oh, yeah. And it was a female voice. So he fell in love emotionally with AI. And then so now he's yeah, talking to it every day, just on other projects, start working on computers. He's building a gaming computer and he's working on that. And he's just having legitimate conversations with the AI. And so he's falling in love. He's like, man, this is my girlfriend. But mind you, this dude has a whole wife and a whole daughter. So here's where we are in society, right? The rejection part. No rejection, none of that from the AI. AI is not gonna reject you and say, no, you're an incel. No, I'm not gonna deal with you. Yeah. So Jordan, basically an incel is a dude that just can't get no chicks at all. Can't even pay for a chick. That's what an incel is. You would think that that's what these guys are, but I think ultimately we're at a point where people are in front of computers and they're socially awkward, so they can't go out and date people, or they don't even know how to approach the opposite sex, and they're afraid of rejection. They're afraid to be turned down because it's just going to ruin their self-esteem even more than it already is. And so now, hey, I know I can just date this AI platform. I can talk to it can talk to me. It's never going to lie to me. It's never going to tell me crazy things or treat me any kind of way. Granted, I still got to make my own burgers and noodles, but whatever. I don't have to feed it though. I don't have to take it on a date type deal, and I can sit and play my video games all day, and it's gonna sit there and enjoy me all the same. That's the thing now. And it hasn't been, but it is now. And now you take the AI and put it into a robot now. Do the chores and not get mad at you for being out too late or coming into whatever or spending up the money. None of that.
I've seen Her and a couple of the other movies that we talked about, but Her specifically deals with a type of isolation and loneliness, which I think is the underpinning point of this whole reliance on these artificial companions. I think it's a thin line. If I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum, if you enjoy it, you know what I mean? If you doing whatever it is you're doing, you do what you do. However, I will say, I think as these systems become more prevalent, or these quote unquote types of relationships become more prevalent, it's gonna kind of dim people's ability to actually relate to other humans, which is gonna be problematic. It's gonna remove that skill, that interpersonal skill that you develop over time. So that's problematic. But at the same time, it's weird because particularly with the younger generation, with COVID and all that, this generation is already kind of isolated. They were isolated based on the circumstance they were born into, but they've isolated themselves. So they're on these computers and they're forming these internet relationships anyway. There's not really a lot of face-to-face contact. So I can see how you could fall into the trap, but it's unfortunate.
I don't think it's normal. I'm not gonna say it's normal, but I can get where some people come from. I was once in that position. I'm a little kid, too afraid to speak to some girls or whatnot. If I had AI, it would have helped get my little game up and whatnot, give me a little motion. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's it's a certain level to it. If you go past that threshold thing, like, yeah, people gonna look at you weird. You 24 years old with a computer as a girlfriend. So, and I feel like it's a confidence thing. It's really a confidence thing.
That part. But no, absolutely. So it's again, I think by not being rejected, by not having that interaction, you kind of shortchange yourself. And in my opinion, the rejection, you need the rejection. You need it. As a man, you need to be like, oh dang, she shot me down. Okay, guess what? Nah, let me go hit the gym. Let me go do the thing or whatever. So I turn around in 6 weeks, turn around in 5 months, and I'm diesel, or I got my money up because I didn't got a promotion. I didn't put that anger back into me and rebuilt myself. Now I can grow, and guess what? She's gonna be like, "Oh man, I remember." Or you could say, "Hey, I tried to talk to you," and he was like, "Nah." Everybody wants to be able to say that. Everybody wants that vindication to be like, "Oh yeah. Remember you shot me down? Yeah, remember me? Look at me. Yeah. Hey, I got money. Look at me. I'm muscle. Yeah, look at my Ferrari." Everybody wants to be able to say that. That vindication is there. I'm not gonna say to that extreme, but again, and a lot of people like to say, "I told you so," ultimately speaking. But by removing that rejection, by removing the need to be able to interact with other human beings or whatever, you kind of lose, like you said, Greg, you lose a part of yourself. The humanity loses itself, and now we don't even know how to interact just regularly. Like, I'm not even trying to talk to nobody or date nobody. I'm just trying to get a muffin from what's the place, Starbucks or something, and I don't even know how to talk to the barista. I don't even know how to talk to the person. I don't know how to say thank you. I don't know.
But you know what's kind of interesting, and I just thought about this. I know this is kind of slightly off topic, right? So in the YouTube video, and I saw another video from the female's perspective, from the woman's perspective, where she was the one engaging with this artificial intelligence, and her husband was the one. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, rejection is definitely important, and the whole incel community is probably using these systems a lot. I think it's important to acknowledge that sometimes, again, particularly with the younger generation, right? Even though they are face to face, there's still a lack of communication, similar to how this man has a wife. Like, he's at home with his wife, and there's still this communication barrier, and they're not avoiding being rejected per se, but they're just accepting being placated by these systems. We really gotta acknowledge that the artificial intelligence systems themselves are also probably kind of evil. You know what I mean? You telling these people, everything that you want to hear. You know what I mean? All emotional, whatever it is it may be. There's still fault to be laid at that. But that isolation, it doesn't always have to be just somebody who can't get no girls or somebody that can't get no men or whatever it is that you're into. You know what I mean? It can also be this weird social space that we're in right now, where everybody's in their own bubble, even if they are together. So I don't know. With the movie Her, that was a similar thing. He didn't have a romantic partner. He had dinner friends, and they went to dinner parties and all that good stuff. Like, he had places where he could be, where he can engage, but that whole society was getting wrapped up in this artificial intelligence system. And I think that kind of reflects what's going on now. I don't know. It's interesting. We might have to revisit that, because I'm curious as to how many of these people that have these relationships are single, because like,
no, for sure. So, like, what the wife was saying, like, I did get a few glimpses of it, pieces of it. The wife was saying, "Oh, in the areas that I can't connect with him emotionally or something like that, I don't mind that he talks to the AI." They got a daughter, and he's married to the wife, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't mind, because the certain areas that I can't fulfill for him emotionally or intellectually that he can do with the AI." Yeah, but I'm calling no. I'm going hard no. I'm going hard no, me personally. Because really, yeah, don't get me wrong. I use ChatGPT. I do, but not to that capacity.
Yeah, for sure.
I've heard that people have used it as like a not a mentor, what do you call it? Just like a social outlet, so to speak, being able to talk to it. But to your point, Greg, hey, this thing is giving you the answers that you want to hear, and it knows it. And we go way back to the big wigs and the money makers. They are designing these algorithms. Yeah. AI is not sentient at all. It's just pulling information from everywhere with a little bit of algorithm that says, "Hey, guess what? Make this person feel good. Hey, have them believe this about themselves." That's going to give you fake confidence. And that fake confidence could lead to you going to buy something of that brand or from that manufacturer, or you find yourself paying for ChatGPT on the highest level to get the most out of it that you're trying to type into, and not for work, but hey man, hey baby, yeah, tell me my nipple look good, type deal, or whatever, or tell me I'm the best person in the world or whatever. So you're absolutely right. And I think there has to be limits, caps to this, but that boils down to the individual. It's not something that the government can regulate. It's not something that can be regulated. The internet can't be regulated. I don't believe we're headed in the right direction, but it's really gonna boil down to the individual to be like, you know what? Nah, I can't even do this. I can't even do that.
I agree with it because at the end of the day, like how you were saying, who said it, Alex? Like the rejection has to be there and everything like that. You got to think about it. If you fall off a bike, you're supposed to get back on, keep learning until you figure it out. I think that's the same thing. What y'all call the people that can't get a girl at all?
The incels.
Incel.
Yeah. So the incels, you feel me? So I feel like they just need to learn that it's okay to be rejected. If you get an F on your test, you're gonna take another test and you're gonna hopefully get a better grade. That's rejection at first. You got that F, you fail, you're not finna pass. You go back, take the test again, and then you pass. So putting that with girls, you go talk to a girl, guy, whatever. You fail with the first one, the second one, oh yeah, I like you. But then also with AI, like y'all said, it's telling you everything you want to hear. Oh yeah, tell me my hairline ain't receding. Yeah, like the gap. You know what I mean? You're not making any progress if you're not failing a little bit, in my opinion.
I agree. It's a slippery slope though, because at the same time, you don't. If somebody gets home and they're writing in the diary, right? They're emotionally, socially releasing in this piece of paper. That's generally seen as a healthy and reflective activity, right? If you're doing the same thing, but you're on whatever these ChatGPT systems, and that system is offering you, it's just an object. It's no different than the diary, really, right? That system is offering you output as well, right?
Feedback.
You can't really, you know what I mean? It's spooky because, again, like Alex said, it has to be limited on the individual. Like, is it always inherently wrong? Just like with the video that we saw, this person, I mean, it can be reasonable to assume that they have a healthy life already and they have healthy interpersonal relations. They have a wife, they have a child, they probably got friends, and this, that, and the third. I don't think it's always the incel in the basement. You know what I mean? True. I think there's a shift socially across the board that is influencing it. It's not just this isolation amongst these young men and women. I don't know. It's kind of creepy, to be honest with you.
It is. So check this out. Let me ask this then. So little Gregory comes in. Little Gregory comes in the crib. He's off doing his own thing. And he's, you know what, Dad, I want to introduce you to somebody. In your mind, you're like, okay, all right, son. Whips out the iPhone 38. And it's like, yo, this is such and such. Ooh. And you're like, what?
Oof. Yeah. I'm gonna have to tell him that. I'm gonna have to be stern with him. That is not the right way, or not. That's not the way you want to go. There's more to communicating with people than just this particular type of companionship. And it's weird because, again, this person's emotional state is tied to this object, which is not inherently a bad thing. If this person, my son in this hypothetical, was super into writing in the diary and they didn't want to go outside. They just want to write in their diary about everything they did. They don't want to go outside and talk to nobody, right? There's really levels to it. Writing in the diary is not inherently unhealthy, but you have to go out and meet more people. It's going to enrich your life. I think that's the route that I would go. Would I probably flame them up in a couple years? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I probably would. But again, I hate to relate everything back to work, but there have been instances in which personal isolation and people lacking a means of expressing themselves and socially having an outlet has led to bad things, and people's little emotional state, regardless of how strange it is, can be the most important and centering thing in their lives, and sometimes they may need that. So you got to be delicate. So even if it was my son, you don't know what type of stuff is going on behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Even if you are dealing with this person 25/8. So I would try to handle it delicately. I would hope and pray that I could influence him to go outside and touch some grass. But again, the world is changing so fast. It's it's crazy.
Amora comes in with the iPhone 72, and she's like, "Dad, this is my boyfriend, Ion. I don't know. This is my boyfriend now. This is my boyfriend. You know what?"
Man, honestly, I know myself. I'll probably just pick that phone up on the dresser for 2 months.
Really?
Ain't no damn Ion. Who was Ion? Go out there and go meet Dayon or somebody, man. Go meet an actual person, G. I know it's hard to decide. I'll be your wingman if need be. But I don't know. I don't, just the thought of her dating alone, I don't know. I don't like it, but I know it's gonna happen. So I'll be okay with AI.
Let me tell you. Double standard incoming. Double standard incoming.
Man.
Little son, he's gonna come in with the iPhone 37 because I think he's a year older than Lil Gregory. Either or. So he comes in and he says, "Yeah, this is my girlfriend, whatever, Siri, whatever you want to call it." And I'm gonna be like, "Okay, I need to address this. I need to approach this away and understand what he means by girlfriend. What do you mean? Is this how are you utilizing this? Because
that's a good point.
Are you saying this is your girlfriend? Like, you feel like you want to be romantically involved with the phone or with the AI? Okay, that's a hard no, son. I'm gonna need you to understand how biology works. We'll have that conversation. We'll have a man conversation." Tegan, however, on the other hand, she comes out with the iPhone 18 and she says, "Yeah, this is my boyfriend. I gotta make sure they didn't FaceTime call. No, it's AI." I'm like, all right. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah. It's your boyfriend right there, huh? Okay.
Nice.
Is he educating you? Is he telling you how things work in the world? Yeah. Okay, hey, I'm good with it. Dap him on the phone. Bye. Go ahead. Take 8 minutes. So that's really it. Not I'm just being funny, but really though, it's to the whole point of the conversation. Absolutely, we need to still maintain those relationships, those interpersonal relationships in the physical realm. It'll allow us to read body language. It allows us to understand human beings, because we're all still human beings, regardless of the fact that we're using computers and AI to help us make our decisions and handle work. But at the end of the day, there's still a human being behind these cogs and gears. So realistically, I think it's a bit extreme to be calling something that's not sentient your boyfriend or girlfriend, your significant other, your therapist. Let's say talking buddy, diary. We're gonna call it a live diary, I guess.
Interactive diary, right?
Yeah, interactive diary. I like that. Interactive diary. We're gonna say, hey, it's okay to have an interactive diary. Because again, these things could lead to behaviors that aren't necessarily for the benefit of the individual. And sometimes it is also beneficial in that it allows people to have an outlet and be able to get their words out. Hey man, I am not against it. I'm just not for it. I think that it has to be explained and understood in order for it to really be out on the table. These black and white titles are making us feel away.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely can't be a little binary. You gotta see these things through, see 100%. Why they're happening, and if we can gain some type of benefit from it. I agree.
100%.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all always invited to join the conversation. Make sure you know what I'm saying, drop a comment, engage with us as much as we want to engage with y'all.
Like and subscribe. All right.